This is morning gymnastics that will allow you to increase flexibility, remove blockages, and wake up after a night's sleep, which is necessary for each of us. We only need our own body, nothing else. Place your feet shoulder width apart and take 2 deep breaths in and out. Place your hands on your waist. First movement is with the head. Shoulders are at the same level, do not move the shoulders, but stretch with the chin in the opposite direction. Even turn your head so that your gaze goes behind the shoulder. This is very important to warm up the cervical section, because the blood flow goes exactly through the cervical section, and blockages are associated with headaches. That is, you can simply warm up and remove a headache or migraine. Now the same thing, only we do a half circle. Movements are smooth, lower the chin to the chest. We do everything for 10 repetitions in one and the other direction. Thereby, we are now supplying oxygen to both the cervical section and releasing blockages if there were any. Especially if we somehow slept incorrectly and chose the wrong pillow. Always start from top to bottom, from the neck. Do a few more repetitions. Monitor your breathing. Breathing is steady and calm. Good. To the center. Hands to the sides, into fists, and rotate the fists and the wrist joints. 10 repetitions backward and 10 repetitions forward. Thereby, we are also doing joint gymnastics here, improving blood flow to these areas and warming them up. This is very important. 10 repetitions finished. Now toward ourselves, we do the movement only in the wrist joints, continuing to move slowly closer to the body. Smooth movements, a full circle, and 10 repetitions away from ourselves. Hands remain in fists. The shoulders will get a bit tired, and that is correct because the muscles are working. Finished. Place your thumbs on your shoulders. And now a full rotation, together with the elbows, as if making a big circle with the elbows. Take a deep breath on the lift. 10 repetitions forward in the chest area and 10 repetitions backward. This is not only the shoulders, it is also the chest area. We release blockages in the chest area, warm up these muscles, and move these muscles. It is mandatory to do such gymnastics in the morning, it is very beneficial. And now 10 repetitions with straight arms. Carefully, so that there are no painful sensations, you can do it a bit smoother. 10 repetitions with straight arms and 10 repetitions backward. Here it is the same. Here you can also connect the trapezius, raising the arms even higher to make the movement more voluminous, so that even the whole body is included. Shake out your hands, unfold your hands again. Now a very important movement. We rotate in the elbow, shoulder, and in the spine, in the chest area, turning the hand in the opposite direction. And where the hand is at the top, we look at it, and additionally stretch with the chin toward the shoulder. Now monitor that the pelvis does not rotate much. Also 10 times. Turn every time, rotate, look, stretch these muscles. And a circle with the shoulders backward. Lowered. Hands, place them on the waist. Now only movement in the chest area. Very cool movements. You can immediately feel how the back muscles stretch and the oblique abdominal muscles lengthen. We increase the movement and mobility of all vertebrae, starting right even from the lower back. Also 10 repetitions in each direction, that is, we count. This is 1 repetition. Yes, you can do a little less or a little more, depending on how much time you have. Now everything is the same, only we open the chest area and close it. That is, inhale, opened up, exhale, closed. Inhale. Exhale together with the shoulders, elbows back and elbows forward. We also tuck the pelvis, increasing the volume of the movement. A few more repetitions. Exhale. And now a movement in a circle. At first, it may seem difficult, but then it will be exactly such a movement. Here the vertebrae might even crunch along the way, because the movements are very cool for the spine. 10 repetitions, minimal movements in the pelvis. I know that you will want to do it with the whole body at first. And 10 repetitions in the other direction. Such a dance movement, but it is used in dances for a reason, because it increases the flexibility of the whole body, of the entire spine, that is, the smoothness of movement. And so we finish this movement. A few more times. Stand straight. Now we turn as we did with the head, but also plus the shoulder. Look behind the shoulder, turn together with the shoulder, but keep pelvic movement to a minimum. Turn, look, we are stretching the trapezius muscle. This is called the sternocleidomastoid muscle. It's in the neck, which also often spasms. We stretch the length, we do this. And the muscles. People often ask me, why do I have such a long neck? It seems it's because I have already stretched these muscles with gymnastics. But it is still quite mobile. A few more times. Also breathe freely, without holding your breath. This is very important. Otherwise, when you hold it, the pressure rises. So, stand straight. Now movement in a diagonal. Stretch out with the hand, and the hand that is below moves in a diagonal along the body. And also, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Stretch. That's it, breathing. We lengthen our body, stretching after the hand. Try to straighten up the hand that is on top, and stretch from below in a diagonal with the other hand as well. The pelvis is immobile, movement only with the torso. A few more repetitions. Stretch yourself out. Definitely. You can do either a little more or a little less. It always depends on, as I say, on your time. But 12 minutes is the optimal amount one needs to spend in the morning. And I think that everyone will have 12 minutes to spend on themselves to feel excellent. So, hands on the waist. 5 repetitions. In total it will be 10. We do the movement fully with the torso. We lean, turn slightly back, without throwing the head back too much. We also improve the mobility of the lumbar section. And the same 5 repetitions in the reverse, in the other direction. Monitor that you do not rotate the pelvis much, that is, do exactly the torso. Also, do not go down too low. As if you were drawing such a circle with your head. Now stand up, feet a bit narrower. And movement in the hip joint just like we did in the chest area. 10 repetitions. 4. 5. And in the other direction. 6. 7. 8. 9 and 10. Finishing up. And so, next is balance. Hands to the side. Movement in the hip joint. 10 repetitions from the inside. I'll say right away, if your hip joint clicks, then it's better not to do this movement. For example, skip it, or do a smaller amplitude, or only raise and lower. Or the same thing in the other direction. You can hold on with your hand to a wall or, say, a chair if you feel that there is no balance. But over time, develop balance. A full circle. A few more times. Good. Now feet wider than shoulders. Straight back. And reach forward with your hands. Try not to round your back much. Better to make the legs wider with a small arch backward. Movement. 2 pulses or 3 pulses down and an arch back. 1, 2, 3, a little arch back. We press our thumbs into the pelvis and exhale back. Now place your hands in front of you. The slow mill. This is a movement from yoga. It allows opening the chest area and removing spasms in the chest area. We change every time. If you feel that you can't reach, the hand can just be in the air or the knees bent. We unfold into one line. Try to have your arms in one line when turning, and the gaze follows the palm. And the gaze follows the palm. And also inhale down, exhale, opened up. Did it 10 times. Stretched with the elbows to the floor, stretched out even more. We rise up and lower onto the left leg. Pulse. And to the right. Always changing. Left. Right. Stretching the inner thigh surface. Left and right. Now carefully. Hands are placed slightly above the knee, and we lengthen ourselves. We push off. With the hand on the side of the leg that is straightening, we push off from that leg. Stretched ourselves out, stretched. That is, we are also stretching the back, not just the thighs. Movement at the bottom. And the lower we go, the better. Try not to rise high. Believe me, with every day, if you do it every day, and it is very important to do it, flexibility will increase. Now we turn to the left side and pulse. Hands up. Thighs. The knee of the right leg can be slightly bent. Or you can leave it as is. Pulse. Hands on the floor and try to straighten the back surface of the thigh now. Straighten the knee and pull the toe toward yourself. Try to straighten the back so that it's not so strongly hunched. And so, everything is the same in the other direction. Turn to the right, pulse down, stretch the inner surface of the thigh, the flexors. Hands on the floor or leave them on the thigh and straighten the leg. Hold the toe toward yourself. Return to the middle, pulsed a bit with a straight back. Very important, and we bring the legs together. Rise with a straight back, leaning on the thighs, and stretched ourselves back a little. This is often done in yoga. That is, if we bent forward, then we need to do an arch in the other direction. And so, we go into a plank. Pelvis a bit higher. Now upward facing dog, and on the exhale pushed off, downward facing dog. We do a dynamic movement. Deep inhale, shoulders back, exhale, look down at the belly. Again, deep inhale, exhale. Here we open the chest area, stretching the back muscles and abdominal muscles, and warm up the hip joint. In yoga, often only this movement is used and that's it, but I believe that one needs to prepare for this movement. Yes, we also do 10 repetitions and go out into a plank. We stand for only 30 seconds. Here you can press pause and stand for a minute or two. Well, or gradually reach 2 minutes, very cool. And thereby you will also make the stability of your spine better, these back muscles. And then stretch out, push off. Downward facing dog, look down at the belly. Returning to the starting position. Take hold of your shins and press as low as possible on the exhale. We stretch the entire length of the lumbar section. Carefully, with a straight back we lean and rise. Take a deep inhale, stretched upward, exhale. Again also. Deep inhale, stretched upward, long exhale. And a third time. Deep inhale and stretched. Hands in a lock, stretch the spine upward from the heels. On the exhale rounded the back, belly in, as if pushing off from something with the hands. And hands behind the back. Opened the shoulders, pulled them back. Chin slightly raised, chest area opened. This is all, only 12 minutes, but you are already full of energy. I even feel it, I know it. If the video is quite fast, you can make it a bit slower, set it to a slow speed, but try to do everything together and do it every day. I wish you flexibility without pain and that your body be your ally. Thank you very much, have a good day and goodbye. Bye, see you in new videos.